Morning of a Warren County officer resigning after a police-involved shooting in February.
And 9 days after the twin bombings in Boston, the city is getting back on its feet.
Rain moved out of the area earlier this afternoon, but there are still chances for rain later in the week. When will the rain be back? Next.
And today is a day of 24-hour giving in Kentucky. Find out how you can join in next.
And protests turned violent in France last night after a bill passed through the National Assembly.
This is News Channel 12, live at 6, where commitment makes the difference.
The Warren County Sheriff's Office confirmed today Tommy Brown, the man responsible for the shooting and death of Brandon Bradshaw, has resigned. Hello, everyone. I'm TJ Parker.
And I'm Johnny Pace. Thanks for joining us. Tommy Brown was a court security officer for the Warren County Justice Center. The Sheriff's Office says his resignation did not come as a result of disciplinary action. In February, Brown shot Brandon Bradshaw in the neck and arm. He was taken to Vanderbilt Hospital in Nashville, where he died. A grand jury decided not to indict Brown late last month. That grand jury determined Brown was acting in self-defense. He declined to speak with us on camera.
The Barron County Sheriff's Office is investigating the theft of cattle. The owners of Farmers Livestock Market say the cattle are still missing, but investigators and owners are looking at the video evidence the thieves left behind.
We have cattle that is loaded out all during the night, and you don't really notice a truck with a trailer on it.
But the Barron County Sheriff's Office says the drivers of this truck took a load they weren't supposed to. Farmers Livestock Market's managers say the thief took 11 Holstein steers from the cattle stalls around daybreak Monday. One of them fell out of the trailer and was recovered. 10 are still missing, and they're worth just under $6,000.
It didn't stand out to us. And when they did, they knew what they were doing. They were in and out within 15 minutes. And that's pretty quick.
Managers pulled up surveillance video from the stalls showing the truck they say pulled the stolen cattle. It's a truck that got past the market's workers.
They loaded up in the back side on the very back loading chute opposite of where the guys were.
They're now locking all security gates here. While the cattle may be gone for now, there's one thing that's sure to stay in these stalls.
I'm just glad the security cameras did pay off. I mean, first when we put them in, I'm thinking, this is the craziest thing we've ever had. We've never had any problems out here, and it's paid off numerous times.
Mitchell Grog, News Channel 12.
The Barron County Sheriff's Office has made 2 arrests in the case. Byron Caldwell of Edmonton and Nathaniel Johnson of Columbia are charged with theft by unlawful taking of livestock. Police say they're in the Barron County Jail. The Kentucky Nonprofit Network is taking a different approach to fundraising today by hosting Kentucky Gives Day. The event is a 24-hour online fundraising effort. All nonprofit agencies across the state are involved. Director Daniel Clore says donors can visit kygives.org and search for charities by location, name, or category. Donors also have the option of giving to more than one charity. Cash prizes are awarded to the nonprofits that raise the most money. Above $240,000 has been donated so far.
The Warren County School Board's decision to lower acceptance into Bowling Green Independent Schools has many people concerned. The decision allows students that currently attend city schools to stay, but incoming students will have to attend the school within their district. Concern has turned into frustration for many who believe the decision wasn't fully thought through. WKU is partnering with 2 area high schools to create a new model for teacher preparation programs. A $500,000 grant will partner WKU with Bowling Green and Franklin Simpson High Schools to create the new clinical experience. Dean of the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences, Dr. Sam Evans, says the preparation of high-quality teachers is a shared responsibility between institutions of higher education and public school systems.
This will be the last few weeks of Pierce Ford Tower being known as the largest co-ed building on campus. Diamond Davies has more.
Downing University Center renovations may seem to be the only change being made to campus, but one that will not go unnoticed is the transition of Pierce Ford Tower Hall from a co-ed to an all-female residence hall.
Pierce Ford Tower, when it was originally built, it was an all-male residence hall anyway.
PFT was changed to co-ed in the mid-90s in hopes that positive behaviors would rise as men tried to impress female residents.
Research at that time was showing that women had an effect on men, and so they acted more mature.
What housing directors are seeing today is quite the opposite.
Males and females both, neither one were addressing some of the concerns we had. Men on the floor unescorted, and things of that nature that you might have in a co-ed facility.
Former Pierce Ford Tower resident Alexis Warner addresses similar concerns.
I think partially because it's going to be harder for a guy to just walk in. Like, he can't have his homeboy's ID and be like, and keep on going. Like, it's strictly 26 floors of girls, so I mean, ain't no guy going to just be able to slide in or slide through and it just be easy. Pierce Ford Tower resident assistant Ryan Miranda is hopeful for the change in the perceptions of the place he calls home.
This place has become my home. I love working here. I love working with the people here. And to see it go from co-ed to single gender just means, I can't be here anymore. But as far as the image on campus, I think it's going to improve just because it's going to single gender. And definitely the changes you're going to be making here will also improve its image.
Pierce Ford Tower isn't the only building that will be making a transition. Hugh Pullen Hall will also be transitioning from all-female to all-male.
Rebecca Ollier now joins us with a first look at our forecast. Becca?
Yeah, we saw some rain earlier on this morning, and there were some times of moderate to heavy rain, and then all of the rain moved out and we got to see some peaks of sunshine. Now, temperatures right now are sitting at 49 degrees in Nashville, 48 degrees in Louisville. Look at that cold front out to our east. 64 degrees in Asheville. Those temperatures will all start to change later on as that front moves through to them. 53 degrees in St. Louis and 51 in Springfield. Now there's that front that moved out, brought us some times of heavy to moderate rain. Clouds started to make their way out of the area, so we got to see some peaks of sunshine, and that will continue until tomorrow. Warmer temperatures into the weekend. Rain chances will then return for the end of the weekend, but then the sunshine is then back for Monday. Back to you all.
Thanks, Becca. Coming up, a building in Bangladesh collapsed this morning, killing many citizens.
And 1 week later, a town is recovering from a devastating night. At least 123 people have been killed in Bangladesh. The Bangladesh State News Agency reports an 8-story building housing garment factories collapsed this morning on the outskirts of the nation's capital city. Roughly 700 people are injured, and officials fear more people are still trapped inside. Rescue crews rushed to help pull people from the rubble and worked into the night trying to free them. There's still no word on what may have caused the collapse. A same-sex marriage bill in France is one signature away from being a law, but opposers are still trying to block the measure. Violent protests broke out Tuesday after the French National Assembly approved the bill. Demonstrators chanted and threw objects at the police. The police responded with tear gas. This measure will allow same-sex couples to get married and adopt children. France's president is expected to sign the bill. About 2,500 service members from both the United States and South Korea are participating in a 2-month-long annual drill named Full Eagle. The drill is in its final week at the Marine base in South Korea on Daegu Beach. The joint exercises that began March 1st are increasing tensions between Communist North Korea and South Korea.
The MIT community continues to mourn the loss of one of its officers. A public memorial was held today for Sean Collier, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology officer killed in the line of duty. Dozens of officers lined up outside Briggs Field where the service was held. Police believe Collier was gunned down by the Boston bombing suspects last week. The MIT community continues to mourn their loss. About 4,000 people paid their respects today. Boylston Street is open to the public again. Cleanup crews worked all night cleaning the remnants of the Boston Marathon bombing before the police reopened the area. House Speaker John Boehner praised police today for their response to the Boston Marathon bombings. Boehner says their quick work likely helped save many lives.
Last week was a rough week for our nation, but I think our law enforcement officials at every level did a very outstanding job of working together and doing their best to keep America safe.
The city of Boston is getting back to normal 9 days after the deadly bombings. Workers are replacing bricks and patching concrete.
A town meeting was held last night updating the residents of West Texas on the condition of their town. Many just wanted to know when they could get back into their homes and gather belongings. Most of the residents were also glad to see each other again after a fertilizer plant explosion rattled their town last week, killing 14 and injuring hundreds of others.
We're just so glad we're here, and when we see each other, we just smile because we know we're still all here, and we're so thankful for that.
Investigators are still trying to determine what caused the explosion. They've ruled out natural causes. The West Fertilizer Company says it's focusing on fact-finding and not on any pending lawsuits.
It was cooler today, but it won't be for long. When will temperatures go up again? Rebecca Ollier will have our next forecast.
And later in sports, Laura Bronick takes us to last night's ball game that seemed more like a marathon. Becca Ollier joins us now with weather. And Becca, it was cold today, definitely not feeling like April.
No, we had a cold front move through earlier on this morning, and that's what caused all our temperatures to go down into the 40s today. It was pretty chilly out there. The wind was blowing with the wind gusts. It caused a lot of problems today. It was pretty cold, and there were flooding on the roads. So currently right now we're sitting at 49 degrees. Our winds are coming from the northwest at 9 miles per hour, and that's what's causing us to see the cooler temperatures. The winds are coming from the north, so that's causing us to see the cold north air. So we are right now under a frost advisory for tonight. Bowling Green right here, Warren County, is under a frost advisory for this evening. So make sure if you have any plants outside, you want to make sure you bring those inside for the evening. Here's that cold front to our east. That started to make its way out. 64 degrees currently still in Nashville, but that will start to go down as that cold front makes its way in. And as the cold front made its way into our area, temperatures made it down into the 50s. Right now, 49 degrees in Nashville, 48 degrees in Louisville, 53 degrees out in St. Louis. So we've made it about 50 degrees today, and this is why. The winds all shifted up from the north, and 8 miles per hour in Nashville, 10 miles per hour in Louisville, and that's what's causing us to see the cooler temperatures. Now, what to wear tonight? 6 p.m., 50 degrees, 10 p.m., 43 degrees. So we want to make sure we wear a light jacket and some jeans because this weather's not for shorts right now, but then the shorts will get back into the picture by the weekend. Now, here's for our graph. 74 degrees on Monday. That's going to be a very nice day for the beginning of the week. Sunday, 70 degrees. Here's our satellite and radar. All of the rain made its way out to the east, causing us to see some break in the clouds and seeing some sunshine earlier on. Now, here's the bigger picture. High pressure system is going to station out to our west, and then it will start to make its way east. But here's our next system. To our north by Minneapolis, that's going to start to drape down into our area by the weekend. So we're going to see some rain. Here's some sunshine for tomorrow. 6 p.m. for today, actually 6 p.m. we're going to see some sunshine, and then that will start to make its way east. Rain to the north will stay there overnight tonight. 36 degrees. We're going to see some frost, decreasing clouds throughout the overnight tonight. Now for our 36-hour forecast, sunshine, high pressure system tomorrow. We're going to see some partly cloudy skies, and then here comes the rain to our north. Here's the cold front. It's going to start to make its way down, bringing in some rain, but behind that high pressure system, we're going to go back to the sunshine. So tomorrow, 57 degrees, foggy morning. Again, we are under a frost advisory, so make sure you bring in your plants for overnight. Increasing sunshine through the day tomorrow. And for our 5-day forecast, Friday, 20% chance of rain, highs in the low 60s. Saturday, 50% chance, highs in the low 60s as well. Sunday and Monday, temperatures into the 70s. Sunny skies by the end of the weekend into the first day of the week. Back to you all.
Becca, one of the biggest challenges of coaching college sports is the turnover of players. Athletes come and go, and coaches have to retool and rebuild to continue success. And
a prime example of how this can be done is seen in WKU volleyball coach Travis Hudson. Alex Heath shows us how.
One set. That's all the Lady Topper volleyball team dropped in conference this past season. After another conference title, 3 all-conference players, and a Conference Coach of the Year award, Travis Hudson is back to work in the offseason, retooling for another run.
From the time we walk in the door in the morning, recruiting is priority number 1 and is number 1 on our to-do list every single day because it's the lifeblood of the program.
For Coach Hudson, the offseason is a tough game of balance, working with the current team and bringing in new players.
I tell our players every year, and this is hard for them to hear, but our job every year as a coaching staff is to go out and recruit better players than we have.
Coach Hudson believes that philosophy pushes his current players to get better. His recruiting has brought him 4 Conference Coach of the Year awards.
Off-season is a word that makes me laugh because, to be honest, as a staff, we're probably busier this time of year than we are when we're in season. And when we're in season, it's 100% about our current team. When we're in the off season, we're still in the gym, every day with our current team, but we're spending a tremendous amount of time recruiting and scheduling and travel.
Hall of Fame coach E.A. Diddle holds the record for the most wins with a single sport at 759. The coach second on that list has 410 wins. That coach is volleyball coach Travis Hudson. For News Channel 12, I'm Alex Heath.
The Lady Toppers wrapped up their spring season with a tournament here at WKU. They defeated Austin Peay and Louisville.
All right, Laura Bronick joins us now with the preview of sports. What do you got for us, Laura?
Well, guys, Bobby P's new offense was on display last weekend. If you haven't heard, last night's baseball game was literally one for the record books. I'll have more on this after this. The red and white game last weekend brought a full stadium for the annual spring scrimmage. WKU fans anxious to see Petrino's new style didn't leave disappointed. His spread offense utilized the run and little before used passing game, while one key position covered the field in a whole new way. Almost nothing from last year's WKU football program is staying the same. New coaching staff, new energy, and new roles for key offensive players to fill.
I think tight ends play a crucial role in this offense, not only in the running game but the passing game as well. They got to be versatile. We like the group that we have. We think they all have ability. They've been working extremely hard.
We're 4 deep. We got boys that they move them around. They got them playing fullback, tight end, T, so they're transitioning real well, picking up pretty fast.
And they know they're in for a different approach.
Tight ends are probably going to this year spread the field a little bit more down the field stuff than last year.
And improve every single day since this is a new offense, new system. Guys got to learn and continue to learn each and every practice and every day.
But the core tight end group of Tyler Higbee, Mitchell Henry, Jim Murphy, and Tim Gorski knows what it will take to excel in 2013.
Well, with the new offense coming in, it was a little hard with terminology, everything, clean slate. So it was a little tough at first picking it up, and now that, you see everything's going on, just the reads and everything, you start seeing yourself pick it up as well as your teammates. And once it all comes together, it's a beautiful picture.
The red team, which was made up of most of the first-string players, rolled over the white 42-3 on Saturday behind an explosive 509 total offensive yards. They'll open their official season on August 31st in Nashville against the Kentucky Wildcats. And the Lady Tops earned a huge win earlier today. Tyra Perry and her Lady Toppers squad played on Game 1 of a doubleheader in Mizzou against the 11th-ranked Tigers. Emily Rousseau earned the win as she pitched all 7 innings and fanned 3 Tigers. The win is WKU's 12th in a row and their 5th against a ranked opponent this season. And speaking of those Wildcats from before, they brought a herd to Bowling Green last night for a little bit longer than they bargained for. 5 hours and 57 minutes. That's how long it took the baseball Toppers to beat 24th nationally ranked UK. The 18-inning game began with Trevor Lowe making this impressive diving catch in center. The freshman finished the game in a much more impressive feat, but more on that later. Justin Hageman started on the mound and pitched nearly 6 innings, finishing with 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 earned run. In the first 3 innings, the Toppers recorded 4 hits, but then it took until the 9th inning to get another one, which was off Regan Flaherty. Cooling bats and missed opportunities were rampant on both teams, and it wasn't until the bottom of the 18th with the Cats and Tops squared away at 2 apiece when freshman Trevor Lowe got at it again, blasting a walk-off home run to end the game in style, 3-2.
Now, Laura, what kind of repercussions can come as a result of an 18-inning just debacle like that?
Well, usually you would consider fatigue to be an issue, but when you're literally playing a game that's half of a regular game. But the way Coach Myers was rotating the bullpen, most of those guys only pitched for an inning and a half, 2 innings, so I really don't think it'll be much of an issue this weekend.
So no fatigue down the road?
Fatigue is possible, but this weekend I don't see it to be a big issue.
All right.
All right, thanks, Laura. And Becca Ollier will join us for a look at our forecast next. Becca Ollier joins us with a final look at our forecast for this Wednesday night.
We are going to see some sunny skies tomorrow, but we are under a frost advisory currently, and that's what's going to cause us, the reason because of the cold north air up to our north. So for tomorrow, we're sitting at 66 degrees with mostly sunny skies, so all of the rain is out of the picture. Friday, we're going to see cloudy skies, 20% chance of rain, 63 degrees. Then all the temperatures are on the up and up, but on Saturday, we have to go through a rough patch, 50% chance of some rain, 62 degrees. But then on Sunday, we're going to see more partly cloudy skies, 70 degrees. And on Monday, for the last Monday of the school year, 74 degrees, mostly sunny skies. So it's going to be a nice into our semester.
So is this warm weather going to stay, or is it going to get cold again?
It all depends on the cold fronts. So we're going to...
You know, you said that before, and it's gotten cold before.
Well, the cold fronts, well, in the summertime, there's more warm fronts, so that's why we're seeing the warmer temperatures. And then the cold fronts, they start to come in, and then that's what's causing us the colder temperatures behind them. But in the summertime, those are shorter spells of the cold weather behind the cold front.
So what you're saying is it's going to be good golfing weather next week.
Yes.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's all that matters.
All right. Well, before we say goodbye for the last time to a group of seniors, we'd like to send them out with a special thanks and congratulations. First off, we'd like to go with our executive producer, Jordan Morton, Katie Mertz, Jessica Nichols, Marcus Bagwell, Jason Martin, Jeremy Brown, Brittany Brown, Jasmine Taylor, Prince Peters, Blossom Blanton, Kristen Dixon, Catherine Kirby.
And we also want to say goodbye to John Soul, John Travis, Ryan Huey, Trent Brock, Sam McGaw, Mitchell Grogg, and of course us up here on the desk, Laura Baronic doing sports, Becca doing weather, and myself. And you know, I started my freshman year, first semester, doing the anchoring, and I'm not going to cry, I promise. I don't get very emotional, so but it's been a good 4 years.
I think somebody we left off this list right here was Brad Franger. He's not graduating,
Franger, yes.
obviously. He's the head professor that makes all this happen. But we got to send out a special thanks to him in particular.
And of course, Professor Letourneau. You know, he's been with us as well, and of course, everyone else here at News Channel 12. That's freshmen, sophomores, everyone that's participating. You know, we have a great team, and I'm going to miss you guys.
And you left me off the list. Thanks for that, TJ.
Were you on the list?
I'm at the very bottom, man. We saved the best for last.
Oh, of course. All right. Well, that is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for making News Channel 12 your source for news this school year.
Have a great summer.